Well, as you can see, On the Move is what we're all about today from our friends at Hunkydory, done by Heidi. And this is what you're going to see. Can you see the dimension in that? Well, we're going to get lots of that, and we hope that you will come play with us. Well, let me show you what the products are that Heidi has used. So to begin with, there's an On the Move Designer Deco Large Collection. Okay, say that 3 times fast. And what you get is enough to finish many, many cards. You can see some of the examples here. Everything is on the move. As you can see, there's trucks, there's motorcycles, you saw the hot air balloon, ships, and all sorts of things. Very, very fun. So this is a unique collection in the way that it's formatted. Everything, of course, is die cut and foiled, so that stays the same. Now, to coordinate with them, of course, we have the adorable Scoreable. 30 sheets of 10 colors. You're going to get 3 of each one. And you can see all the colors there, and Heidi's done a good job of using most of them. Then our On the Move, the little book of. Now, these are 4 1/8 by 5 7/8, and there are a giant 144 pieces in this package. There's 25 different designs. You get 6 of each one. So let me show you what Heidi has done, and we'll get in closer so you can really see that nicely. And again, just want to show you the dimension. This is using the Deco Large Collection, and Heidi has done something on all the cards. In fact, let me just show you, because this is a black card, so I want to make sure you can see it nicely. And she's done the same process in creating her card base all through all 4 projects. So let me just walk you through that. So in this case, she has taken the black adorable Scoreable and she has cut it. Now she wants to finish with a 5 by 6.5 inch card so that our envelopes will fit them. So that's a good idea. So she does a 10 inch by a 6.5 inch. So she cuts that, scores it in the middle, and then in this case, she has turned it horizontally. Now, to do her scoring, she recommends the mini adorable scoreboard by Hunkydory, because it's got the bone folder and it's got all of these grooves to make that cut or that score line just precise and straight, something that some of us struggle with. And let me just show you, as I said, these are unique, the Deco Large. So what you will get for every design is you will get a base, and it looks like this, and it has the full image. You're going to get some borders, you're going to get some greetings. As you can see, everything is foiled. Then you're going to get the individual pieces that are going to be layered, and you can see that they go from large down to tiny. So you can use these as you like, and Heidi has some examples for you. Again, they're foiled. Not sure if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. But lots of designs there. Then you also get a coordinating printed cardstock. So again, it has that image so that everything works together. Okay, so we have made our card base. We're going to get back in close to show you. And what Heidi has done is she has taken the card, so that's scored at the top, so as I said, place it this way. Then she has taken this piece and she has cut the rectangle here, and she has matted that onto our gold cardstock. So this is our cardstock, and you can see that when they are matted, you're going to get, the way that she's done is that we've got a gold border at the top and the left side. So it's equal on the other 2 sides. So that's a nice kind of different look. And then she has simply glued those to the card front. Now, to go into this piece, she has used multiple of them. In fact, she will tell you in the instructions, where are they? They're down below. Just click on the card and you will see, because she wanted to save some of them to use for the inside of the card, just a few, but she does tell you which ones. But you can see that that gets dimensional. However, because she is using our foam tape and our foam squares, they will not add giant dimension. They're not squishy like some foam tapes are. They are solid, so they're really going to do a nice job of giving you dimension, but not making this 2 inches tall, okay? In fact, it's only, oh, I would say, maybe including the inside of the card, maybe just under 1/2 inch. So, and she's got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers on this. You can do as many as you like. Now there is a border. Remember I showed that to you on this area, and she has glued that across the top, and then she foam taped the greeting, have loads of fun. So that worked out nicely. And notice that this part is also a die cut, so that's up on foam tape too. So you get some dimension all over, also right here. So it just works nicely. Now we're going to go to the inside of our card, and here she has used a different area of that printed cardstock. So remember, she uses this for the front of the card, but now she's going to turn this horizontally and cut it to cover the inside of the card. You remember how we do that? In fact, there is a video on Card Making 101 down at the bottom of the home page. But what we do is put adhesive on all the sides of the card, and then we take this piece and butt it up against the fold, not overlapping, but just right next to it, equal to one side, press it down, turn it over, and trim it to fit. Makes it perfect every single time. So with this, then she used this piece, because we haven't used that yet, and glued that right here. You can see that pretty gold foiled edge, and that gold edge really coordinates with the larger one on the front of the card. And then she has used some of the other pieces. So she's used the grill and the smokestack and a couple of other things. And then this is the greeting that was also on this sheet. Everything is just right here. Then there is a border, and that is too on this sheet. You can see those dots. She placed that down at the bottom and foam taped this on top. Now the ribbon that she used is our black ribbon. There's that set, and she used the bow maker. And I'm so grateful that one of you asked, how does she make those perfect bows? Because we learned her secret. The Hunkydory bow maker makes it perfectly every single time. And so she's got about 1.5 inch bow there, and another little one there that she has zotted in place. So it just makes it perfectly done and easy and very reproducible. Okay, that all works nicely. Now let's go to our second card. And for this one, we're taking to the water. And isn't that a pretty shape on the front of this card? Now, same idea. This time she used the red Adorable Scoreable to make her card. Remember, 10 inches by 6.5. Score it in the middle, and then you've got your card. Turn it horizontally. And you do want to take your bone folder and really burnish that fold. That way it's going to stay nice and crisp. Okay, for this, she has taken, so here is the printed Adorable Scoreable, and look at this fun border. Well, this she has cut to fit on the within her card front. So you can see there's red showing top and bottom, but here we go with this. And you've also got some red there. So that is going to be cut to be the full 6.5 inches, slightly smaller than the 5 inches. And that's going to get glued straight onto the card. Now she has edged this with some dazzles, and these are the white border dazzles. And it's very fun because it has the silver foiling on the edges. So you can see that there is one at the top, there's one at the bottom, and on top of this, so there's 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. So that works nicely. Now that silver flash that you're seeing, that is with Hunkydory's Silver Miri. Yes, and that was also glued onto the card right before that stripe was put down. I forgot to mention that, but you can see the instructions just down below. Now, in creating this piece, here's what Heidi used. So you saw the printed cardstock. Well, here is the base. In fact, that's what it's called, a base layer. You'll see it. This is in the smooth sailing. So this piece gets glued directly to the card front. Then we'll wait on these pieces until a little bit later, but then you can see all of these. Now, you do have the option of using all of them, or, here's a tip, even though you do get the base right here, you could take the largest one and just use that as a base, okay? And then you could use the other pieces, separate them between this and this. That way you're going to get 2 cards out of it. Not that you would be interested in that, but just in case. So again, you can see she has used everything on this card. You can see all the layers that she used, and it just makes it a very, very special card. In fact, all the designing has been done. There's actually 3 boats on this particular card. There's a lighthouse in the distance, some cliffs, and of course the blue sunny skies up there. Now, that is what she's done on the front. She did foam tape the greeting, and then she went into our silver and gold ribbons and used the bow maker to make one there and soldered it in place. On the inside of her card, that is where she has gone back to the sheet. So this area she used on the front, this part she's going to use on the inside. Same process, put the glue down and place the cardstock, then trim it to fit. Now, in this case, she has used the white border dazzles just to fancy up that edge. She also used the border that's right here, and she's placed it there. And then 2 of the greetings, she's kind of got these stair-stepping down, which I think is really nice. These 2 are foam taped. A bow has been zotted in the center, and the card is done. Now, don't forget, you can use these elements, which are on all of the designs. You can use these to make 1 card, to make 2 cards, however you want to do it. I bet you could even get 3 cards out of it. Okay, now the other part of this collection was the little book of, and that has just been such a favorite of our customers. You get so much art. Now the art is duplicated from what is in the Deco Large kit, but you get it in a larger format. It is not die cut, it's in sheets. In fact, this card that we're going to use is done with this piece of art. Okay, again, you get 6 of them, so you can do some fun things. That's exactly what Heidi has done here. Now for this, because that is a very fun and flashy, she went to our silver stars holographic cardstock. Now there'll be 3 12 by 12 pieces. One of them is going to be used to make the card. Same way, 10 by 6.5, score it in the middle, turn it horizontally, and you will have your card just like this. Very pretty. Wow. Okay, now what Heidi has done is she has used the Adorable Scoreable. So she's going to use the green and the blue, these 2 colors, and she is going to first put the green down, trim it smaller than the 5 inches, and glue that down. Then she's going to take the blue, a little bit smaller than that, and glue it in place. Then she took the stars again. There you go, there's the stars. And can you see the flash in the center here as I wiggle this? There are 3 strips. They're 1/2 inch by the length of the Adorable Scoreable, and she has glued them, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 1 in the middle. And they are not solid, but you get that flash of kind of movement, which is really kind of perfect going along with all of this on the move artwork. Now, then she took this piece and she cut it into 2-inch wide strips. So she's got 3 of them. And then she glued those. Actually, what she used was the extra sticky tape. She just felt like she needed some additional adhesion to go onto the holographic. So that's what she used throughout. So that has been first just taped down, and then she cut 1.5-inch wide sections, you can see, and then foam taped those on top of the matching art. So she just has the one layer, but doesn't that look fun? Now you can see Make a Wish right there. You can see Happy Birthday and some stars. That comes out of our Tiny Words and Phrases. This is the primary colors edition. So you're going to get blue, red, yellow, all sorts of things. And that is what she has used here. For the inside of her card, she went again back to the blue and covered the inside of her card with that blue adorable scoreable. And look how fun she has done the inside. Again, you kind of see the movement. So again, she used the stars holographic and cut a rectangle, glued it down using the tape, and then just trimmed it off to match the shape of the card. So you don't have to try to cut that odd shape to begin with. For this piece, and that is out of the little book of, so you can see that racing is going on. And that was first matted on the green adorable scoreable. It's what you used on the front. And then it too was angled going the opposite direction. So you can see this is going upper left, this one is going upper right, and did the same thing, attached it in place and then just trimmed it. Now this has Celebrate, Life is Good, You're the Best. All of those are with the Tiny Words and Phrases, the same collection that we used on the front. And it just, again, supports the movement. So if you have someone who loves to do this kind of racing, this is a perfect card. Or you can use this process, of course, with any of the little book of projects. Now, I have one more for you, and I think this is fun. Now, I have been to hot air balloon races, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful memory. So I encourage you, if you've never seen them, to, if you can, do go see them. Or if nothing else, take a trip on a hot air balloon. Now, she has used this lilac cardstock, the adorable scoreable. Same thing, 10 by 6.5, score it in the middle, turn it horizontally, burnish the fold, and then that's going to take care of it for your card. And we are getting it in focus, I think. Let's see what's going on. Okay, now you're going to cut a piece of the yellow adorable scoreable. In fact, the other colors that we're using, you can see the colors we're using. Purple for the card itself. Green, this teal is going to go on the inside of the card, and the yellow here on the front. Now, that yellow is going to be a mat for this image, and so you can see that. So you're going to put it, glue it to the yellow. Then we're going to take the rectangles in scalloped cutting die, one of our basic ones, and die cut the straight edge one out of the center of it. So you can just run it through and do that. Then you're going to take the yellow piece, place it on the front of your card. Oh, by the way, when you cut that, save the piece that you cut out, because that's going to go on the inside of the card, okay? So then you're going to take that frame, place it on the front of the card, and trace it. Then you can, again, put the cutting die there and cut that card front, okay? Then everything is going to match. Then you can just glue the frame onto the front, making sure everything works nicely, and that will work. Now, you might be surprised about that orange ribbon, but how fun that is when you see the hot air balloons there. The other thing that she has done, a couple of things, is that she took our script greetings. Now, this is the primary colors, and we're going to get in close right down here. So she took the green set and just placed hello right there. But because she didn't want to see this background, she took the yellow sheet that had hello and just placed the innies into the center of her word. How fun is that? Now she also used the green jewel dazzles. You can see little ones there. In fact, that one has lifted up, so I'll have to adjust that little guy. And then that finishes the front of her card. That big bow has been zotted in place. Now for the inside of the card, you can see that we're going to take that teal and put glue in place, position this, press down, turn it over, trim it to fit. But the piece that was evacuated out of the front, now again, you've got 5 more pieces of the hot air balloons. And Heidi hasn't used all of them, but she did cut out the main balloon and then cut out everything except the basket, and then cut out different areas of that rainbow coloring. So that works really nice. What I love also that she did is layering the green jewel dazzles going onto the green segment. I think that's really neat. And notice she used the tiny ones, the medium size, as well as the large ones appropriately where they fit. So that's really nice. She's got more of the gold dazzles at the edges. There is that yellow sheet with best wishes and a tiny orange bow zotted in the corner. Now when you glue this in place, you want to make sure that it's going to fit perfectly within that opening. So you want to make sure that you put glue on the back of it and then position it right here so it's going to fit exactly into that window that you've just created. Okay, that's what we have for On the Move. So you can see how beautifully she has used the adorable scoreable. Not only that, but the Deco Large collection, as well as the On the Move little book of with 144 designs, so or 144 sheets, 25 designs. So that works so nicely. If you're watching this on YouTube, we hope that you will like us. Of course, we want you to like us. And then we hope you'll subscribe. Please do head on over to paperwishes.com. There is a money saver, so if you are interested in getting the whole collection, you're going to get a bit of a deal on it. That's over on the right side of the screen. Down below, you will see all of the instructions. They're all written out for you, and all of the measurements are there because, you know, I'm moving through this pretty quickly so that we don't have a 2-hour webisode. So that's what we have. I want to thank you for joining us. Especially thank you for being part of our Paper Wishes family. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.